Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marte. I come from Norway and I love makeup, and today I am going to show you guys a 12-pan custom palette based on the Pantone colors of 2021, like 2021 this year. And the Pantone colors of the year are actually a gray and a yellow, so it is, I'm not going to say the number, but it is Pantone Ultimate Grey and Pantone Illuminating. So what it says, like the Pantone page, I will just leave some kind of text up here, that it's a marriage of color conveying a message of strength and hopefulness that is both enduring and uplifting. It says that there are two independent colors that highlight how different elements come together to support one another and to best express the mood for Pantone Color of the Year 2021. Practical and rock solid, but at the same time warming and optimistic, the union of Pantone Ultimate Grey and Pantone Illuminating is one of strength and positivity. It is a story of color that encapsulates deeper feelings of thoughtfulness with a promise of something sunny and friendly. And that's just a part of the description, but I kind of find the combination of gray and yellow really intriguing, and I really like it. So obviously you can see one of the looks that I created here. I will have two looks in the end of this video where I do like a tutorial of both of them. But first I'm just going to show you the close-up of my 12-pan custom palette that is inspired by the Pantone colors of 2021. So here we have my little gray and yellow palette. So obviously we have some different undertones here. We have, well, I will just start from this way and go there. As you can see, I even painted my nails yellow, but this one is a light inner corner shade. Then we have a very bright but kind of like sunflowery yellow. We have Flare from Pretties for Your Face, which is just so amazing. It's got a very yellow base, but it shifts through like both blue and pink. We have a black right here. Then it is a kind of like deeper grayish purple base with a golden shift, and then we have like kind of that base just in a matte. And then there is a kind of champagne-y silver. We have a neon yellow, and then we have here a proper silver sparkly shimmer, and then there's a blue gray. We have a metallic shimmer right here, which has like a deeper gray base, but that has like a shift from, it goes like through silver and blue and purple and green, and then it's kind of like a more regular gray, which I don't feel like it doesn't have a lot of different undertones, it's just a gray. So that is the whole palette, and personally I really like this color story. I feel like you can do so many different things. You can do something a little bit more natural with like more kind of these shades, and you can do something really deep, and you can also go a little bit more blue toned with, for example, these and the black, or you can do something super silvery with these kind of shades. So there's really just a lot of different combinations you can do with this palette, which I really love. So I'm just going to go ahead and swatch these shades out for you guys like this, and then I will go on to do the tutorials of the two looks that I created with this palette. So here I'm swatching the first row, which is Kristen Cosmetics Lemonade. Then we have Emme Cosmetics Sunflower. Then it is Flare by Pretties for Your Face. And last but not least, it's Corrupt by Makeup Geek. And here you can see them all close up on my finger. I'll try to turn down the lighting a little bit. Hopefully you can see a little bit of the shift of especially Flare, because it's just so gorgeous. So I'm just going to swatch them out here for you guys. So here you can really see the first four colors. That shade Flare is just so beautiful and unique to my collection. These next swatches are Terra Moon's Starlight right here. Then it is Tammy Tanuka Silver Hoof that I pressed myself. Then this one is Sydney Grace Officer, and last but not least we have Tombac by Glam Shop. So hopefully you see how gorgeous these shimmers are. Obviously that neon one is a little bit different in formula, but I find them to really apply beautifully. All of the neons from Terra Moons, and the Tammy Tanuka shade right here is also just so stunning, and it's kind of like a warm silver. So I'm just going to swatch those as well. As you can see, I do fix my swatches off camera just because I want to have some nice photos also for Instagram. So, wow, that Sydney Grace one did not swatch good. I'll just go ahead and build these ones up and I'll show you closer up once I have all the swatches done. The last 4 shades, this one is Flourish by Glaminatrix, which is a super shiny silver. Then it's Distressed by Twilight by Tanuka, and Waltzing in the Mist by Tanuka. And the last matte gray here is Infamy from Devinah Cosmetics. As you can see, these are so stunning, and this makes up for like a gorgeous quad actually. So yeah, I really like these shadows, and I felt like those had to be in a gray based palette. Just look how shiny this one from Glaminatrix is. It's so intense. I just had to show you how my fingers are looking after doing the actual swatches, because these shimmers are just so incredible. Just look at those shiny shadows and shifts. So those are the colors of my gray and yellow Pantone palette swatched out. I think I even like this color story more when I actually see them on my arm, because it's just so many beautiful colors here. And like, you have this gray matte with such a blue undertone, and that Waltzing in the Mist shimmer by Tanuka right here is so beautiful. And you also have some really nice depth with the black matte and also some pops of gorgeous colors. So I think I'm just really happy with this color story. Obviously it's not a video or a swatch video for me if I don't show you with different lighting here, so I'm just really trying to show you the shifts of the shade Flare. I hope that you can see more than I can see in the monitor right now, because I really cannot see that pink shift at all, but it's very apparent in real life. And here you have the gorgeous Tanuka silver. You can really see that it goes from kind of like a champagne silver to an actual silver here. And Tombac from Glam Shop is a beautiful color as well. Just super gorgeous sparkles. It pops a lot more on a glitter glue base. And then you have that intensely metallic silver from Glaminatrix, which is just so impressive. And of course the Tanuka Waltzing in the Mist. Here you can really see the shifts of that one. It's just so beautiful. So yeah, those are all the shades. I hope that you would like this color story. Please comment down below what you think of gray and yellow together. I personally really like it, especially after playing a little bit with this color story. But now let's get going to the first look that I did using these colors. This will be the first look, and I have no idea what to do. I think I'm just going to start like with the black, and I think I'll do a halo eye with maybe like the yellows towards the middle. But I'm just starting out with the Black Corrupt by Makeup Geek, and I'm using my Kaleidos Makeup S5 brush. For my base today, I do have my Smashbox primer on, as well as some of my concealer from Makeup Revolution in the shade C07. That is just to get some coverage so that I don't, so that you can't see all of the discoloration. And of course I'm doing some black on the inner corner as well, just to get that halo effect. So I'm just trying to see where I should place it, because I still want it to be slightly visible when I look straight forward. So this is looking quite nice. I don't want this to be a too crazy look, because I'm going to work, and I will just film tomorrow as well, and then I can do a neon inner corner, because I really want to do that with the yellow. Since I want to go in with the yellows, I'm going to take Officer by Sydney Grace, because it's slightly more brown tone than the other ones. Obviously it's still kind of like a grayish purple, but I hope that it might be workable to blend with those two. So that one I'm just going to place right around where I placed the black. Just trying to blend them a little bit together. Obviously this is also a super dark shade. And as well on the inner corner right here. I will say when I'm using this base that it's a little bit harder than usual to blend my shadows. Wow, I really took that far up, didn't I? Oh, as usual, saying that I don't want it too dramatic, and then here we are. I'm just going to do the other eye before I go in with the yellow. So now I'll be going in with Sunflower from Emme Cosmetics, and I'm using my Glam Shop brush in 019, which is like this bigger, like it's still a small blending brush, but it's bigger than the other ones I've used. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just place that in the middle right here. And I'm really curious how this blend is gonna be in the end, because I don't know what I'm going to use to blend here, if I will use one of the lighter or bluish grays, or if I should just blend with the yellow, or yeah, I have no idea. I could also just use a setting powder. I'm just also going to add it all over the lid, just because that lightest yellow shimmer that I'm gonna use, it does kind of look a little bit iridescent, so I think it's nice to have a yellow base just to really make the yellow base pop a little bit more. As you can see, I'm just dragging whatever is left on the brush over the edges, so it's just going to be a slight yellow tint there. And now I'm just taking a little bit of the shade Officer just to make sure I have this kind of like going up, so I can have the shimmer going in triangular shape. And now I'm going back in with the yellow to make sure I have the opacity of the yellow that I want, because I did blend a lot. But this is a really, really nice yellow, and I love the name Sunflower because it's one of my favorite flowers. So I just added my Glam Shop Glam Glue all over the lid, and I'm going to take this one and like this one is Flare from Pretties for Your Face, and then this one is Tombac by Glam Shop, and I use this of course on the outer edges. And I'm just going to start with my finger for this actually. And then I'm just adding a tiny bit of Tombac on the outer edges just to kind of blend in with the deeper shades. And then I'm just trying to blend them a little bit together. I just love how Flare is looking, because it has like kind of like a pink to blue shift. And you could totally just use this one all over the lid because it's so beautiful. I'm actually tapping it a little bit over that other shade that I applied, just because I really, really like the look of this. And the reason why I'm using my Glam Shop Glam Glue is because this one I have struggled with creasing before, so I really hope I won't have a lot of creasing, because as I said, I am going to work and I will be wearing this makeup for maybe around 10 hours, so obviously it's nice to not have creasing then. But I think that this really came a lot more together. Obviously I have to like do something for the outer part here. I think I'm going to go in with one of the lighter grayish tones and kind of do more of like a cool toned under eye, but maybe I will just stick with the yellow. So I'm just going to finish off the other eye right here, and we'll just see where it goes. So something went wrong with my card, like my memory card. It said something like slow card write speed or something. But what I did was I used this shade, which is Infamy by Devinah Cosmetics, and I also used Distressed by Twilight from Tanuka, and I will be using Waltzing in the Mist by Tanuka. And I'm just going to use that here because I used Infamy first here, and then I used a tiny brush to kind of get the precision that I wanted in the outer edge. This is the BB the BB 210 by Beauty Bay. Actually, it's really stiff, but it works to like get into small cracks and crevices. So I used that one right here, and then I just used the Distressed by the Twilight right here, and I will be going over with Waltzing in the Mist. And obviously I will be using this shade from Kristen Cosmetics for the inner corner, which is just so pretty, and it's the shade called Lemonade. So yeah, I don't know why my memory card does that sometimes, because it like deletes the last or whatever I am filming at the moment, so that really sucks. But yeah, at least now you've seen what I did right here, and I'm just going to go in with the same Glam Glue that I just used earlier, and then I'll use the shimmer. Like, I think this is like such a weird look, but I really like how shiny it is. Wow, I don't know if you can see that, but I can definitely see the green to blue to purple shift right here. Wow, it's definitely going to show up when I do my close-ups. I love this shade so much. Like, I know I say I love sparkles, but like super metallic shades like this that are super shifty are just so beautiful as well. And I love them for the lower lash line. So I'll just be adding a tiny bit, like whatever is left on my brush right here. And I'm just going to like smoke out a little bit here. So yeah, I think that's basically it for this look. I might work a little bit with like the blend and stuff, but I like how it's looking this far. So I just ended up taking a little bit more of Corrupt here, and I just kind of shaded it with this Beauty Bay brush, kind of like very like subtle. I don't know, it's really hard to kind of show you guys on camera because I kind of need to be in an angle to be precise, but yeah, just shading in like a liner with this brush. So I just added some of my Urban Decay Free Base Primer, and I picked up way too much of Lemonade, but I'm just going to add that to the inner corner right here, and I can just clean up this afterwards because I still haven't done my face makeup yet. So I'm just going to finish off the face makeup and I'll show you the close-up of this look with lashes and everything. And as you can see, that was the close-up of this look that I'm wearing right here. I did end up using my Tomboy lipstick from Out Cosmetics in combination with my BFF3 lip liner from Colourpop, and then I'll just leave the rest of the products that I used for my cheeks down in my description box. And all in all, I really like this look. As I said in the beginning of this video, I really like the combination of grey and yellow together. I feel like they're so contrasting and just creates like a beautiful like grungy combination, and I really like this look that I created. I feel like the shimmers just have so many different shifts and sparkles to them that makes this look so much more special than if it was just like a regular shimmer without any shifts. And yeah, I just really like it. But now let's get going to the second look that I created. So if you want to see that, then please keep on watching. For this second look, I'm going for something a little bit more classic, and I'm just going to start like with the black in the crease. I'm probably just going to do a variation of the grays, and then I really want to do this one for the inner corner. I think I'll just use a mix of these on the lids, like this one on the outer edge, maybe combined with this, and then the more actual silvery one in combination with the more cool toned grays. So I'm just starting with my Kaleidos Makeup S5 brush with the shade Corrupt. So I'm just going to add the black in the outer corner. I have actually two primers on today. I have the Smashbox primer, but I also added a little bit of the Kaleidos one, just to kind of like erase some of my blueness there, because the Kaleidos one is a little bit too deep, and then it's perfect to kind of like color correct. So I'm just trying to not blow this out too much because I am going to my lecture. It's my last lecture in German. Is it called didactics? It's at least like how you teach German. So I'm going there afterwards, so I want something that's not too much out there. So I'm just using this to like deepen up the outer crease. I'm now just taking Infamy from Devinah. I just realized I want to do like a super deep on the outer edge, like not very smoky, but then do it a little bit lighter in the crease. So instead of like adding the black towards the inner parts of the crease, I'm rather taking this one as like the deepening shade for the inner crease, and then I'll go in with that what is it called, something about Twilight with or from Tammy Tanuka. I think that's just a super beautiful light grayish shade with blue undertone, so I'm looking forward to using that to blend out these shades. I'm just taking a little bit of that Devinah shade here as well, just to, I don't know, get a smoother blend. So now I'm taking that lighter Tammy Tanuka shade, and I'm just going to add that for the inner parts here. Like, you can see how pigmented that is. It's insane. And I was at work last weekend, like I'm filming this, I think it's the 9th? No, it's the 10th of May. And I was at work this weekend, and I'm not going to say exactly where I work or who I was serving, but I was serving like this huge party, or like, what do you even call it? It's not like a gala, but it's like a big big dinner with 3 courses, and we were serving this MLM this MLM company, and it was so funny because like all of us working there were like, wow, this is just such a scam. And they were all like trying to get us recruited and like talking about like, oh, we earned so much money, oh, I'm so rich, I made 4 million last year. And all of us are just like, good for you. Because like obviously MLM, like basically they're just like pyramid schemes where like the people at top earn a lot of money, but mostly it's just like the people that are getting recruited that pay for joining, and then part of what they pay go up to the other ones, and you have to like really work a lot to even earn anything. And what's really bad about it is that they're like kind of targeting people that are in a weak position, you know, like in a vulnerable position. And it's like such a cheap sales tactic to go around like boasting about how much money you make, because like obviously they don't earn that much money, especially like the people on the bottom. And no people that really like earn a lot of money go around saying or talking about how much they earn. So like I feel like that's such a cheap sales tactic, and it's like so obvious. So the people falling for that is obviously people who are like not in their best position, in my opinion. Like I can be wrong, but like I would love to hear you guys' opinion on this with MLM schemes and stuff, because I'm really like against it. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to judge you if you, okay, I am maybe going to judge people who are doing it, but I don't know, I just thought it was kind of funny because they were trying to recruit us and like none of us were interested whatsoever, and it was just a really weird situation to be in. I'm just going to go ahead and add some glitter glue now. I'm loving how these colors are looking together, so cool tone and smoky. So I'm just going to add some glitter glue, do the other eye, and I'll be back for the shimmers. So again, I'm struggling with like my memory card not really saving the video. So I'm going to do the other eye now, and I'm taking Tanuka Silver Hoof in the outer parts of the lid and Flourish by Glaminatrix, and as you can see it looks amazing, so I'm just going to do that on camera for you guys on my other eye instead. I feel like this eye is looking a little bit more rough with the mattes, so I hope that maybe, I don't know, that it won't get even worse. But this, like both of these shades are just so incredibly sparkly and beautiful, so I'm super excited about using these today. And like back to the the MLM story that I was telling you guys about, it's like with the money thing, like them boasting about how much money they have, it's so ironic because like obviously I've been working as a waitress while I've been studying for years now, and I've served a lot of the richest people, or not a lot, like maybe 2 of the richest people in Norway, and they never talk about money. They're just really polite, and like obviously they might order like some expensive wines and stuff, but they're like really polite and never talking about how much money they have. So I feel like that's kind of like funny how those MLM people were just, oh, we have so much money. Like clearly you don't. And I've even heard, because obviously I had to Google them after serving them, and you have to like invest $300 to even get started with them, and they can't even prove that they are investing anything, so they are not approved by the financial authority, no, the financial supervisory authority, I think it's called in English, here in Norway. So people are like, or those people are telling us not to invest in them because they can't approve them. So as you can see, the mattes, like they're looking a little bit weird on this side, but on this side I feel like they're looking really fine. So I don't know, it's something about the application changing a little bit when I'm doing like this side compared to this side, because obviously I'm using the same hand, so it's a little bit different in the movement. I'll just have to figure out that. But I'm really happy with how this is looking this far. I'm not sure what to do for the lower lash line. Should I even do anything there? And now I'm going to use Starlight by Terra for the inner corner. So I just added my bronzer, contour, and the Linda Hallberg white core crayon, and it looks really good just with like a matte white inner corner, but obviously I will be using the neon right here. It's so cool. So I'm just taking a tiny like blending brush, and this picks up so easily. And I'm just going to, oh my god, and I'm going to lecture. They're going to be like, what's wrong with her? Ooh, but this is so cool. I love it. So I'm just going to finish off the rest of my makeup, and I'll show you the close-up of this look. And that was the close-up of this second look that I did, and personally I love it. Like, obviously, as I said, this eye is a little bit different than this one, but in general, like, I really like this color combination. The shimmers I used today are just so stunning. I have been wanting to use this Flourish by Glaminatrix for quite some time now, because I got this, it's probably almost, yeah, it's not a year yet, but almost a year, and I still haven't used it, and it's just so shiny. It's such a beautiful icy silver. It's one of the best ones, because, for example, Moonlit from Devinah, it's a little bit more warmer tone because it has kind of like a champagne undertone, almost a little bit more like this one, but so stunning. Like, all of these are so pretty. I really like this palette, and I can definitely see myself putting together more cool toned palettes, because somehow I've been feeling a lot more into cool tones lately, which you might have noticed. I use a lot of purple. But yeah, I just really enjoy these colors, and I think it's so cool with the pop of neon in the inner corner. I need to do it more often, because obviously I have a bunch of neon shades from Terra Moons that I really need to get more use out of. And now my neighbors are out in the kitchen and like in the window right over my window. That's a little bit awkward, but anyway, I'm just gonna finish up now. I used Biscop Tova lipstick from Glam Shop, and then I used it in combination with Beeper lip liner from Colourpop, and I also used my highlighter from Kristen. No, I actually used Makeup Geek Voltage today, which is really just an eyeshadow, but it is kind of like an iridescent one, so I'm really liking that more neutral highlighter when I'm doing such a bold look. But I hope that you liked both of my looks. Please comment down below which one was your favorite. I don't really know. I think I liked... It's so hard because I really liked both, but like all the shifts in the previous ones were just so beautiful, so I think I have to go with the first look. But I really enjoy this look as well, and I'm going to feel really fabulous going to my lecture like this. But yeah, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!